Everyone thought she was just a poor maid, but one day the truth shocked the whole village. Amaka worked day and night for the wealthy family. She washed dishes, cleaned floors, and served food in the grandest house in town. They laughed at her. People mocked her, saying she would die a servant. Even her so called friends avoided her. But that night, what she discovered in the mansion changed her life forever. Welcome to Olubeauty African Folktales channel. Guys, join us. Come with your family and friends. Grab your popcorn, sit jeje, and enjoy yourself. Oh yeah, let's go there. In a quiet, dusty village in Oka lived a young girl named Amaka. She came from a poor family where life was a daily struggle. Her hands were rough from work, and her clothes were simple, but her heart was full of dreams. While other children played, Amaka worked tirelessly. Her mother had passed away when she was just a baby, and her father had died when she was 5 years old. She lived with her aunt, who often reminded her she was just a servant, and she always told her and said, Amaka, remember your place in this house. A maid is nothing without work. You are a maid, and a maid you always remain. Every day, Amaka would rise before dawn, sweeping floors, cooking, and running errands. Despite her hardship, Amaka had a clever mind and a kind heart. She held a wish to rise above her circumstances and change her life forever. Amaka often said to herself, I believe say one day my place will be more than sweeping floors. When Amaka turned 17, she got her first job as a maid in a wealthy city mansion. The mansion was magnificent: marble floors, towering chandeliers, and servants rushing about. Amaka's eyes widened in awe. She worked diligently, dusting every corner, polishing every surface. While she cleaned and served, she noticed the staff treated her differently, some with respect, most with indifference. She's clever, I will give her that, but can she survive here? One of the headmaids said. And Amaka, thinking and talking to herself, and said, I will and I must. Amaka also noticed something unusual about the family. The family who owned the mansion seems to hide secrets behind their laughter and champagne. And Amaka, curious and fearless, was determined to uncover them. One rainy evening, while cleaning, Amaka discovered a hidden room behind a tapestry. Dust covered every corner, and old letters and portraits were stacked in piles. Her heart raced as she picked up a letter. It revealed secrets about the family's fortune, wealth that legally did not belong to them, but to someone who had been forgotten. As she read the letter revealed a shocking truth. The mansion and family wealth once belonged to her parents, stolen by deceitful relatives. Amaka was shocked and surprised, and she muttered to herself and said, How? What? This, this is my family's home. How did they take it from us? Amaka knew from that moment that her life was about to change. Determined, Amaka sought help. She knew she couldn't fight them alone. She befriended an elderly librarian in the city who had seen the family's history and a young lawyer who believed in justice. Together, they gathered more documents, researched property laws, and planned a way to reclaim what was hers. If these documents are authentic, we have a case, but the relatives won't give it up easily. You know that, Amaka, the lawyer said. And Amaka replied and said, "Yes, I do, but I don't care. I will fight for what's mine." Amaka's mind was sharp and her courage unshakable. She realized that knowledge was power and she was ready to claim what was rightfully hers. The wealthy relatives of the mansion were arrogant and greedy. They laughed at Amaka behind their closed doors, unaware of the storm brewing. Every whispered plan and selfish act only fueled her determination. She overheard them plotting to sell the mansion to a foreign investor. Determined, Amaka devised a clever plan to stop them. "She's just a maid. She will never discover the truth," one of the relatives said. And Amaka, whispering to herself, and said, "We'll see about that." Amaka quietly observed them, taking note of their weaknesses. She knew she had to be patient, careful, and clever. Victory was not just about strength, it was about strategy. Night after night, Amaka snuck through corridors, candlelight flickering across her path, uncovering more secrets and gathering critical documents. She moved slightly, avoiding the family's watchful eyes, until she had enough evidence to expose their deceit. Amaka sneaked into the mansion at night, copying more old documents and taking photographs. One night, she almost got caught, hiding in the shadows as one of the relatives was searching every room. The tension grew. Her heart pounded with every step, but Amaka's resolve never wavered. She was no longer just a maid, she was a seeker of justice. The day of the trial finally arrived. Amaka and her lawyer stood in a grand courtroom holding the evidence that would change everything. The relatives were shocked, whispering and exchanging anxious glances as Amaka's lawyer presented the evidence, revealing the relatives' deceit. The relatives tried to bribe witnesses, intimidating her, but with confidence and poise, Amaka presented her case to the judge. Every detail was meticulously revealed: the hidden wealth, the forgotten rightful heir, and the truth that had been buried for years. The courtroom erupted in astonishment. The judge declared Amaka the rightful owner of the mansion, and he said, "The evidence is clear. The mansion rightfully belongs to Amaka." On hearing this, the relatives was ashamed, shocked in silence, while Amaka smiling and said, "Yes, justice is finally served." Tears of joy streamed down her face. With the mansion finally hers, Amaka did not forget where she came from. She opened her doors to her village, employing hardworking people and giving hope to those in need. Villagers celebrated, and Amaka's story became a legend of courage, patience, and determination. From a dusty village path to the grand halls of the mansion, Amaka had transformed her life, not just for herself, but for everyone who believed in her. This is the end of the story. Moral lesson from this story: Amaka's story reminds us no matter how humble your beginnings, courage, determination, and integrity can lead to greatness. The world may underestimate you, but with patience and strategy, the impossible becomes possible. And so, the maid who once dreamed under the sunlight's village paths now owned a mansion, proving that destiny favors the brave. Thank you so much for watching this emotional and powerful story. If this touched your heart, don't forget to like, comment, and share it with your families and friends. If you love real life stories that teach deep lessons, inspire change, and touch the heart, kindly subscribe to our channel. Subscribe to this channel and turn on your notification bell so that you don't miss out our next story. Please and please don't forget to leave your comments, your question, your suggestions in the comment section, and we will come back to deal with it. And also, please, if you have any story that you want us to share with people, don't hesitate to contact us. Or if you can't, you can leave it in the comment section, but don't put your name so that we will now take it up from there. Until next time, remember, sometimes what you see on the outside is just a disguise, but what's hidden inside can be a treasure beyond gold. This is Olubeauty African Folktales channel, telling real stories that touch real hearts. God bless you all. Bye bye. Love you. Mwah.